Another one here is light layers. So what is light layers? Light layers is, I want to give lighting on one part, but I don't want to give lighting on the other part, So that's light layers, basically. A feature that gives me a precise control that without relighting the entire scene, I can just, fine tune the light over one object. So it just controls how the light is affecting the individual parts of your scene. This is not possible in real life photography, I would say. I mean, I can't say that, there's one thing on the desk, I don't want light on this part, but I want on the other one. That's not possible, realistically, but it's possible now with rendering, with KeyShot. So it makes easier to achieve the exact results that users are looking for. This is the user interface of the light layers. So we can set up multiple layers here. It saves time, and the main thing is it produces better results, like we discussed. It's not physically realistic, but it's realistic with KeyShot now. I will give you an example for this, just to, so that you can understand it better. Now we see an image here that is 16 Pro, and on the right is 16 Pro as well. Now the main aim is to basically highlight these buttons, the corner light that you see, but it's also highlighting the whole front of the screen, the purple wallpaper home screen that you can see. We do not want that. We just want to highlight the corners and the bit of the screen. We don't want this line to come like this. So we change the angle. Now the light is coming from here, basically, and it's still highlighting the corners and the buttons, which is the new thing in 16 Pro, but it's also giving me, it's also not, putting the whole light on my wallpaper, which was creating a bit odd result. So the lights that have been used to achieve this look is, we have done it through the light layers. It saves a lot of time. I just did a little bit of tweaking, didn't have to go back and forth many times. And especially I think it's mainly helpful during the conclusion, like during the end of the lighting process, when it's all been set up and I just want to change a bit of the lighting on some of the parts. That's when I think it's going to help me a lot, and it's going to, I don't have to spend a lot of time finding the compromises. I can do it quickly with the help of layers. Now there's another feature, which is randomization nodes. Now what is randomization nodes? I'll actually show you a quick picture to make you understand what is randomization. Now, imagine, there's this containers in a harbor. Imagine if they're same color, like the same shade of red, the same intensity, same texture, everything same, exactly lookalikes. Can that be possible in real world? It's not. Like if there's a wall of bricks and you see, all the bricks look same color, same intensity, same texture. That's just not realistic, right? So we need to have many textures to show that randomization, to show that realism, basically. So that's what the new feature is. We can create, under the mapping section, we can create randomization nodes, which can, where we can, instead of rendering everything at one go, we can create random texture, random value, random color, just to add for more realism, more natural looking scenes. For example, now coming back to the example which I've shown you, for example, this is 160 containers that you're seeing at the moment, right? I can render each container individually. We can obviously do that, but we don't want to do that because they're all like same, right? So what we did is we rendered in one go. We are in a harbor, we're rendering some containers. They all look different, weathered by water, sun, and so on. If they're still from the same company, but they still look different, you can render individually. You can randomize texture, intensity, glossiness, add bump depth, add colors, saturation levels. So instead of, the main focus is not to render individually, which is going to take a lot of time. Just render that in one go, but you can add some texture, some color, some glossiness, some saturation level, and that's going to make them all look a bit different. But the material is same.